What's up, guys? Welcome to the very first episode of a new series that I'm doing where I sit down with people that I've met through my videos and find out exactly how they got to where they're at. I'm joined here by Nick Royer. At first a stranger, now one of my good friends. Thanks for coming, Nick.
My man.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy to be here, bro.
Yeah, so we're just going to run through some of the backstory on how we first met. It's actually at a gas station by my place. So we'll run that clip right now so you guys can see it. What do you do for a living?
Are you doing from TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, should I follow you? Roofing and real estate.
Roofing and real estate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, I love the car.
Thanks, bro.
Alrighty, so that was the first time I met Nick. I had no clue who he was. Do you want to run me through exactly what you were thinking when you saw me walk up to you?
Yeah, so obviously everything happened so fast. And I got on TikTok a few weeks before that video went down in the gas station. And the only reason why I got on it is because my 10-year-old daughter was like, hey, Dad, like, let's do some cute dances on TikTok. So I was completely against getting on TikTok because to me, I'm on Instagram a lot. I'm on Facebook a lot. To me, at that time, it was just another thing as like a distraction.
I thought it was people dancing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I always want to be, the coolest, best dad that I can. So I figured like if my daughter's asking me to do something, I'll do it. Yeah. I got on TikTok just because my daughter was like, let's do some fun dances together. I get on it. Then I start following you. And I didn't really follow too many people. And at that time, you didn't have too many videos up at the time. It
was like my fourth video.
Yeah, I was about to say like I was about to say 5 or 6. So
yeah, exactly.
I just remember it was just recent that I just got on TikTok and then just started following you. And then also, keep in mind, your face isn't in the video. So I don't know what you look like.
Yeah, no one knows.
But I could kind of identify with your voice.
Yeah.
When you say, excuse me, what do you do for a living? So all this is happening so fast. I'm at the gas station, which I never go to. I'm with my buddy. We just got done working out. And it was all just so crazy how I never go to the gas station. I didn't have my wallet on me. I never carry cash. I just so happen to have $20 on me. So that's the whole dynamic of like, I never go there. And then I shouldn't have never gone there. I said to my buddy, let me just stop and put like $20 in because I don't want to go back to my place like on E. Yeah. And then bam, I just see you. And it's just like you see in the video, it's so fast, it's organic, it's real, it's non-scripted. And I just remember looking at you just like the video. I'm like, oh, are you the dude from TikTok?
Yeah, yeah.
And the rest is history, right? And here we are. So
and you messaged me right after. I remember he messages me. He's like, I'm the guy in the Ferrari that you just shot. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, nice to meet you, man. Yeah. And then that's where he's like, well, I want to help you with your, future TikTok videos. So he comes up with an idea to essentially get me a camera and a cool Gucci bag to carry my equipment around. And then that's when we film our second video. And the rest is history from there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I come across a lot. I don't have like some job where I don't really interact with people a lot, right? Mm-hmm. I interact with people on a constant basis. And I feed off of energy just like everybody else does. And so I think what I really got from the first time we really hung out is that you're a good, genuine person. So that's where I think our friendship started. We wouldn't have met if I wasn't on TikTok. I wouldn't be on TikTok if I didn't have a daughter. It's crazy how you really think about how the stars align. And so I'm at that point in life where I just really think that the more positive energy you put out there, the universe always gives it back to you. It might take a week, might take a month, might take a year, might take 10 years, but the universe always gives it back, always gives you back, kind of what you put out type of thing. So
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So here we are. People have been asking for longer videos where I actually sit down and they're curious about how people got to where they're at. So could you give me a little backstory on how you rose to be driving a Ferrari 488?
Yeah. I think a big question I get asked all the time is since the video came out, and I do that quick 10-second thing where I say, a lot of people didn't know that my car was repossessed. I'll kind of start from there, right? Yeah. Because I don't know I'm about to be 35. I don't know how to sum up almost 35 years of life in just a few minutes, and I don't want to bore people. But basically, I moved to Dallas, Texas in 2012 because I had an opportunity to work for a roofing company, something that I had never done before. I had no experience in. And so within months after I moved to Dallas, I thought it was a job where you work and you get paid 2 weeks later, and then you work and then you get paid 2 weeks later. It's not how roofing
like a normal
goes.
Job. Yeah.
Normal job. This is not normal. And so when I moved here, it was taking me months to get paid on the work that I was doing. And so that's a whole story about how roofing works. And I learned the business and here we are. But basically, I moved to Dallas in 2012, got my car repossessed a few months later because I had gone several months without getting a paycheck.
Yeah, like you're working.
I'm working really hard and I'm doing really well, but I have nothing to show for it because my car gets repossessed because my savings account just dwindles.
What car was that you?
It was a 2004 blue. My favorite color is blue. It was a 2004 blue Honda Accord.
Okay.
And so it was like a nice car. Like it was super reliable. Never gave me any problems. I had a little fold up ladder in the trunk of my car, and I was doing my thing. I get that car repossessed, and then from there I just remember I was at like a crossroads of I'm already here in Dallas. I've already invested so much in this job. I'm like Eric Thomas, a really famous motivational speaker, says like, if you're already suffering, you might as well get a reward out of it. Yeah. And that was kind of my mentality at the time, was that I had put in so much work and I really believed in myself that I could make it out. So I stuck with roofing. I got out of the hole, and then bit by bit, I just started getting paid on the work that I was doing, and things started going well. A year later, I started my own roofing business. 3 years after I start the roofing business with my best friend and business partner, Mike Gibson, we went from doing just under $1 million in revenue in our second year of business, and then we did 18 million in revenue our third year of business. So,
do you know anything about roofing? Like when you first started, like do you have any roofing background?
I knew nothing. No roofing background. I came to Dallas, Texas because I heard of an opportunity. I came here to visit, kind of shouted the job, and within a week I saw the value.
Okay.
And so I just decided I'm going to do roofing in Dallas. I figured it out. And then about a year and a half later, that's when I made the jump.
Because most people don't, like, when you see someone driving, I mean, maybe I don't know anything about roofing, but like when you see someone driving a Ferrari, you're not just like, oh, they must be like a roofer or something like that. But like I've talked to a lot of people in my videos, especially just this last week, I had like two separate roofers.
Really?
Like, I've had a couple roofers, like 5 or 6 maybe, and they're driving like crazy cars. And I'm like, I never knew there was so much money in roofing if you're good at it.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Roofing is a great, it's a lucrative market. It's a niche market kind of, but if you're in certain demographics that are storm driven, so like Oklahoma gets a lot of storms, Dallas gets a lot of storms, Denver, Colorado gets a lot of storms. These storms produce a lot of damage. And in that damage, insurance companies pay for homeowners or building owners to get that work covered under their policy. So just like most industries, if you work really hard, align yourself right, structure your company well, you could definitely do well. But most roofing companies go out of business within the first couple of years because they don't know how to manage a checkbook, know how to like forecast their financials. And
so did you teach yourself how to do like all of that, or did you have like any previous experience with like running a business?
No. So my business partner is definitely the responsible one. He's the one that taught me finances, and just because you got paid, $100, you don't have to spend all of 100. Yeah. He kind of taught that about me. Okay. He taught me about investing. But as far as prior business experience, I was consulting health clubs prior, and I was traveling, like I was in 4 different states in 4 years. And so I kind of conducted myself as a business owner, but no, to be honest, I didn't like own a business until I started the roofing business.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of like learned it as you went.
Learn as I went. Yeah. Learn as I went. And that's a big thing too, that I try to teach people, people that kind of count on me for some advice, is just because you're not necessarily a business owner doesn't mean you can't act like a business owner. Doesn't mean that you can't conduct yourself like a business owner. You're everybody, no matter if you're a stay-at-home mom, it doesn't matter if you're an employee 9 to 5, doesn't matter if you're a supervisor. I mean, everything that we say has everything to say about us. Everything that we do says everything about us. The way that we treat people, the way that we, treat elderly people, the way that we treat children, everything that we're always saying and doing, and the way that we dress, the way that how we sound when we talk, everything that we do says everything about us. So just because you're not technically on paper a business owner doesn't mean you can't act like a business owner. Doesn't mean you can't work like a business owner. Doesn't mean you can't market yourself like a business owner. And so that's the thing. Yeah, it's a mindset. And so even though I never technically owned a business before I started the roofing business, I still kind of always had that pride. Like, I'm building my own brand. I'm building Nick Royer. Who is Nick Royer? It's a hardworking, I feel like I'm a hardworking guy that's nice to other people. I try to treat others as I'd like them to treat me. And I try to be the best dad that I can. So, just because you don't have maybe a title on paper. I think if you really own what you want to be, everything will kind of come to light. So
yeah. Well said.
You know what I mean?
Pretty much every celebrity I've met has just been like a nice person. I mean, I don't know if some of like the real mean celebrities would be wanting to meet up or anything like that. But then again, like these are some top like A-list celebrities, like top of the top.
Yeah.
And they're just so nice. I think the media just kind of portrays them wrong. Like Paris Hilton, last week I met her and she's just, I wish you went on that trip too, but you had the daddy-daughter.
Yeah, and daddy-daughter weekend.
Gotta balance it. And yeah, super nice person.
Yeah.
I was shocked because I expected her to be all stuck up when I see her, but no, super nice. So
and then looking at the comments too, like I saw a lot of people are like, I heard she's so genuine. That's cool. Like the video goes along with like what I heard she is, so I think there is still a perception that certain A-listers are just more stuck up. And then there's also perception that people that have money are stuck up. People that have money are mean. People that have money aren't nice. And so that's why I'm not saying I have money. I'm just saying that's why I love what you do, is because everybody does want to know when they see someone with a nice car at a stoplight, everybody asks themselves, I wonder what they do. When they see a mansion and you drive by, I think of it all the time. I drive around Highland Park. I drive around Frisco and I just see these mansions and I just say to myself every time, what do they like?
How do you get that much money?
How do you get that much money to afford a house like this? I want to know.
Yeah.
And here you are, Itsdanielmac doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I love.
At first it was scary. I mean, even when I walked up to you, it was one of my first videos. Like at that start, when it was like my first couple of videos, I don't know, I got really scared because like they're driving a nice car. Like you said, there's like this idea that like they're better than you just because like they're driving a fancy car and you walk up to them and whatnot. But yeah, it's just surprising because, everyone that I've talked to, 95% of the people I walk up to in these cars are all super nice, friendly people.
Yep.
Only a couple people are like, stop filming me and whatnot. I'm like, that's fine.
Be respectful. And that's it.
Yeah, but like, and you said too, I remember when we first met, you said, what is it, like 70% or what percentage of millionaires are self-made?
Yeah, so I looked up the article. It says 68% of Americans, of millionaires, are all self-made. Mm. So that was a statistic that really stuck out, is that most of the people, when I say most, practically 7 out of 10 millionaires, right? It's not like, oh, I inherited this company from my dad, or, oh, my uncle passed on this business, or, oh, this business has been in my family for the last 30 years and I'm just, part of the lucky sperm club and I just, got it. It's like, no, like they're self-made. They started it. They had a vision. They had a business plan. They implemented it. They worked hard and here they are. They have the nice car. They have the nice house. And it's because of the grind. It's because of the obsession. It's because of the work ethic. It's not necessarily because they took something, because of their last name. It's they started it. They developed it. They became obsessed with it, and that's with me and my company. I'm obsessed with just always constantly getting better at what I do and getting to the next level. And the next level, that's subjective, right? Yeah. I mean, I firmly believe that I will always be happy no matter what, but I will never be satisfied. Never being satisfied is what I strive. That's why I get out of bed every morning. That's why I literally knock doors 5 days a week, is because I'm always trying to get to that next tier. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not happy. Yeah. I have the most incredible daughter, family, friends, amazing girlfriend. I'm happy. I'm a really, really happy guy. But that doesn't mean that I don't want more. That doesn't mean that I'm not striving for more.
And I think internal kind of thing going for you.
Absolutely.
Not content, but
right.
But you want to, basically do more.
Yeah. Yeah. There is no end.
No end.
The biggest thing that I understood really after listening to one of the most, in my opinion, the most motivational, the most inspirational person ever, David Goggins, is that there's no end. There's no end to it. When you accomplish your goal, more times than not, whatever your goal is, you don't just stop. Let's take like working out, for example. I'm very passionate about working out. I work out twice a day, 5 days a week. Twice a day. I do cardio in the morning and I lift weights in the afternoon.
What time do you wake up at?
Typically between 6 and 6:30.
Okay, so you're not one of those cold shower 4 a.m.
No, I can't do that.
Cold showers.
No, like my boy Mark Wahlberg, he's like that 4 a.m. crew. I can't. That's intense.
Yeah.
But like Eric Thomas, he's like 3 a.m. every day. So I'm like 6:30 every day.
It's normal
Yeah, I think that's normal. You know,
yeah, no,
a little earlier than normal, but relatively normal.
Yeah, okay.
I'll wake up and I'll just hit the treadmill or hit the Stairmaster just to immediately just do some cardio, get a good sweat, but really just trigger my mind and get my mind right for the day.
Okay.
And in the afternoon, I get together with a couple of my best friends and, you know, we work out and we push each other. Mm-hmm. And so I have like this image, right? Like this image in my head of how I want myself to look. But at the same time, even if I was to ever accomplish that look, I wouldn't just stop.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like I would get to this image that I've trained and worked so hard for and say, you know what, I think I'm going to take off working out for 3 months or for 6 months. No, it's like there's no end. You're always trying to find new ways to better yourself, to improve yourself. Same thing with the business. Same thing with, you know, most things in life is that when I understood that there is no end, I have a better perspective on the big picture, right? Gotcha. Which is sustainability. Everything that I do now is what I intend to do for the rest of my life. Not just for the next 6 months, not for the next 6 years, for the rest of my life. The way I eat now is a healthy, sustainable way that I could consistently eat the rest of my life. Okay. The way I train, the people that I'm with. The people that I'm with right now, I plan on being with the rest of my life. Okay. Right? Because I'm at that point where I only want to be surrounded by people with good energy. Yeah. And so I think that's the big thing, is understanding the big picture and really what you want in life. So. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. Good backstory right there. That's awesome. Yeah. So, like, what's next for you? I know you've been doing a lot more, you know, podcasts and whatnot, meeting up with some more celebrities and whatnot. Are you trying to get into more? I think you had mentioned motivational speaking.
I would love that. That's kind of like, I just got done with like, there is no end. I don't want to say that's my end all, but I definitely want to say that I have been manifesting public speaking and speaking in front of thousands of people because I want to help people. Okay. I want to help people. I want to inspire people. And I want to be a testament that it doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter if you're white or black, tall or short, skinny or fat, rich or poor. You can have anything you want in this life, and you could accomplish anything you want in this world if you just become obsessed and you put your mind to it. And I'm a testament that I've accomplished, I think, some pretty cool things just because I became obsessed. It's not because I inherited something. It's not because of, you know, any God-given talent or ability. It's because of the never-ending grind that I've been able to accomplish some pretty cool things. Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of just built in your DNA in that aspect. I mean, because you didn't have like this inheritance that you had. Right. You're self-made. Yeah. So that's super interesting. It really just means that anyone can, you know, if they put their mind to it or have, you know, the determination, absolutely, they can get to where you're at right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm having fun doing it, but like I said, it's all about kind of putting out good energy into the universe and surround yourself with good people. And so I say self-made, we say self-made. That's a very common term. I said it in the video with you. However, now that I understand and have a bigger picture of really self-made, there really is no self-made. It's a term. It's an expression. Yeah. However, I don't ever want to insinuate that when I say I'm self-made, it was just me that got here. Right? Because let me tell you, there is a lot of people. There are so many people I can't even count that helped me get to where I'm at. Some of them had a negative impact on my life, and I used that to motivate me. Other people had an extremely positive impact on my life, and I used that to motivate me. But there's a ton of people that helped either motivate me, inspire me, or truly help me accomplish my goals that I'll forever be grateful for. And so that's why the whole self-made thing, it's a tough term, you know what I mean? Because it's insinuating you did it by yourself, but nobody did it by themselves.
So you're saying, you know, the bad people, the good people, both of them have shaped you to be how you are.
Absolutely.
Maybe the bad even more than the good. Or?
Absolutely. You know, we call them haters, we call them naysayers, but if you take 100 people, the 50 people that maybe had something negative to say about me inspired me just as much as the 50 people that are my cheerleaders on the sideline. Right? And that's just me personally, but the people that say or that I hear say that I can't do it, those are the people that push me.
They push you.
That's my drive.
I love that. I love that. Absolutely. So really people that support you, people that don't, either way.
Either way, you're helping me.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm always winning no matter what.
Either way, you're winning.
Exactly.
That's a good outlook on it, actually. Yeah. People that, you know, the haters, the deniers, you use that like kind of energy to push yourself even more.
You have to. You know, I'm constantly trying to find things that I could use as fuel, you know, extra fuel to kind of just put in the tank. So no matter where it comes from, whether it's a YouTube video I watch to inspire me, or whether it's, some condescending comment I get on Instagram, which I'm blessed. I really get like 99%, I think, positive comments on my stuff. But yeah, there's a couple people that I've seen when I once a month, if I'm just like kind of bored, I'll just scroll through the comments and I'll see some people say like really just like nasty things.
Dude, same for me. I mean, like most people are nice, but then and it gets in your head like a little bit.
You're a little bit it does.
Yeah, and you just gotta block it out. I'm like,
but what they don't realize is that you're just inspiring me to just accomplish whatever I'm looking to accomplish that much more.
Yeah.
But I'm that guy though, where like I'll reach out to a couple of them. And so one guy left a really negative thing about me personally. And I sent him a message and he immediately responded back. He's like, I'm so sorry. Blah, blah. It's like,
it's like he didn't expect you to like,
yeah, exactly. It's like, so if I wouldn't reach out to him, he wouldn't have said like, hey, I didn't mean that. But like in a private message, he's apologizing to me. But then on your page with millions of people seeing it, he's going to try to like bash me. He
thinks he's just going to get buried. And then you actually reach out and he's like, my bad, bro.
Exactly.
That's
so
too funny.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm blessed, man.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, do you have any like piece of advice for people that, are trying to, aspiring entrepreneurs?
Yeah.
Anyone trying to get to where you're at? What would you say? I don't know. It doesn't have to be like a one sentence thing or anything.
Yeah,
but any advice? Yeah.
I think the biggest thing I have to say is when you become obsessed with whatever your goal is with the end result, you have to now understand that it's not always going to be fun, right? Like when you're going through the process is not fun. Training isn't fun. Working out a lot of times isn't fun. Waking up at 4 a.m. isn't fun, to hit your sales deadline. Whatever your goal is, once you become obsessed with your goal, don't think that as you go through the journey, every bit of the process is just going to be enjoyable. But when you get to the end result, nothing matters, right? And all those little hiccups or bumps and bruises you hit along the way of the process, that's what makes you who you are. But I think a lot of times people they set out a goal, and as soon as things get a little hard, as soon as things start to get a little tough, they just go, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, I wanted my goal, but not bad enough to wake up at 4 a.m. I mean, I wanted to lose this weight, but I can't have like fast food every day of the week. I'm not about it, right? I wanted to do this, but I didn't understand the sacrifice that I had to, do.
It's not always going to be easy.
It's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be fun. But what's fun is crossing the finish line. What's fun is that when you get to the end result and you look back on everything you did to get to where you were, that's what makes it fun. Right. But I think a lot of times people just get lost in the process and thinking, I did not think it was going to be this hard. Right. I kind of think that if it's not hard, you didn't set your goal high enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you accomplish your goal really easy, maybe you should reset your goals a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Right. That's just me though. So yeah, it's not always going to be fun, but it'll be worth it.
Okay.
That's kind of me. Man. Yeah.
Well, there's nothing else. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else?
Man, what are we going to take on next? I mean, Miami, LA. Yeah,
we got some stuff lined up. I think at least in the next couple of weeks we should hit LA again.
Yeah.
I think. I know we're going to Miami for his birthday, so
that's gonna be a bash.
We got some stuff planned for that. I won't say any spoilers because every time I do,
I was just about to say, let's not give any spoilers.
Yeah. Got, certain accounts trying to copy me completely.
Yeah,
but just know
I've seen a few of those.
Yeah,
that's when you know you're doing something right, is when people are trying to copy you.
Yes, yeah,
and all you little Itsdanielmac copycatters out there,
knock it off.
Knock it off, and listen, Daniel's. It's gonna be impossible to imitate him because of the stuff coming out. So.
It's going to be fun. It's going to
be fun. Yeah, man.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
I appreciate you, bro.
Sharing all your knowledge.
Absolutely,
awesome, man.
Love it.
All righty.